Hello everyone, I'm Sir JC and you are watching OralCom Simplified. For today's video, we are about to discuss the elements and process of communication. Communication is a multifaceted process that involves several key elements, which will help us better understand its mechanics and process. With that, here are the elements of communication. First, speaker. It is also called the source or sender of information or message. This is the person or the entity initiating the message. This could be an individual, a group, or even an organization. Sa kanya magmumula or siya ang magge-generate ng message. Second, message. It is the information, ideas, thoughts, or feelings conveyed by the speaker in words or in actions. The message is the content being conveyed. Ito ang puso or core ng communication. Ito ang nais ipadala na idea or information ni sender or source. Third, encoding. This refers to the process of converting the message into words, actions, or other forms that the speaker uses. Encoding is the process by which the sender translates their thoughts or ideas into a format that can be communicated. Formats can be verbal, nonverbal, or both. Fourth, channel. It is the medium or the means, such as personal or non-personal, in which the encoded message is conveyed. The medium through which the message is sent is called a channel. This could be direct, such as face-to-face or physical conduct, or indirect with the use of digital tools such as social media, telephones, or messaging apps. Fifth, decoding. This refers to the process of interpreting the encoded message of the speaker by the receiver. Decoding is the process by which the receiver interprets the message. This involves translating the sender's encoded message back into a form that makes sense to the receiver. 6. Receiver. It is the recipient of the message or someone who decodes the message. Receiver is the person or group who receives the message. Ang receiver ang magde-decode ng message upang ma-evaluate at maunawaan niya ang ipinadala na mensahe or information ni source or sender. Seventh, feedback. It refers to the reactions, responses, or information provided by the receiver. Feedback is the response from the receiver back to the sender. Feedback ang magsisilbing sign kung naunawaan at na-decode ba properly ni receiver ang message. Nakakatulong ang feedback to clarify or refine the communication process. Ito ang kukumpleto sa cycle ng communication flow mula sa message ni source papunta kay receiver at ang feedback ni receiver pabalik muli sa source or sender. 8. Context. This is the situation or environment in which the communication takes place, which can influence how the message is perceived and interpreted. Context includes cultural, social, and situational factors that affect communication. 9th, barriers. These are the factors that affect or hinder the flow of communication. Barriers are factors that can distort or interfere with the message. Here are the common barriers. A. Physical barrier. These are the noisy environment or the external factors. B. Jargons or special words or terms from a specific field. It also anchors the language differences or language barrier. C. Emotional barriers. Emotions might dominate and interfere with the decoding and understanding of the message. D. Lack of attention, interest, or distractions. E. Physiological barriers. These are the physical impairments such as speech problems or hearing problems. F. Differences in perception, ideas, or viewpoints. G. Cultural differences. Differences in outlook, principles, cultural backgrounds, and traditions can cause conflict in communication. And lastly, H. Expectations and prejudices. Expectations are the anticipations or beliefs about how things will turn out, while prejudices are preconceived opinions and biases about people or situations that are not based on reason or actual experience. And this is how the communication process looks like. The sender encodes the ideas together in a way that can be understood by the receiver. The ideas are put into words or nonverbal cues and delivered through a channel. The receiver will then receive and decode the ideas from the sender. After decoding, the receiver will confirm and respond to the sender through a feedback. Lastly, throughout the entire communication process, barriers are present and must be minimized. Here is an example. Emma sends a message to Jake. Emma asks Jake about the details of their group project in oral communication. The message. Emma uses a friendly tone in her chat and sends it to Jake. Jake decodes the message. Jake receives and understands the message from Emma right away. And lastly, Jake gives feedback. Jake discusses the progress of their project and says thank you. And that's it for today's video about the elements and process of communication. I hope you learned a lot. See you in our next video.